What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. I'm Deshawn, and I'm back to y'all with another video. And this one is gonna be about how did you know? How did I know? How did I know what? How did I know that I was trans? Okay. Now this is not gonna be one of those aha moments, right? This is gonna be one of those ease on into that thing moments. So, growing up, I always knew that I always knew I was a boy. Like, like in a weird way. Like, I knew I was a girl, but I knew I was a boy. Like, everything that I wanted to do, I wanted Hot Wheels. I wanted to be outside on my bike. I wanted to fix things. I had all guy friends at the time. You know, I would have every, girlfriend. But, when my sister, I would play outside with my sister, she'd have the girlfriends, and that's how I ended up playing with the girls or whatever. But I would be playing with the guys. I would wrestle with the guys. I would do, I was a guy, and there was nothing you could tell me about it. I always had my hair cornrow. I'm young. I mean, I'm on the era of Lil Bow Wow, so I always had my hair braided like I thought I was Lil Bow Wow. Like, I was a boy. Not to say that just because you love basketball and stuff like that, that's what, I honestly just thought I was a tomboy. I'm gonna just be honest with you. I thought I was a tomboy. Everything I did revolved around something athletic or outside or rough or just not dainty. You know what I mean? And so I thought nothing of it. I just thought, oh yeah, I'm a tomboy. I don't like, I don't like dresses. I don't like my mother had to fight me. And these are her words, not mine. Fight me to put dresses on me when I was a baby, like real small, real young, toddler. And it never clicked for me. I hated getting my hair done. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, the last time I cried on my prom day because my mom wanted to do my hair. Like, it's kind of embarrassing now, but back then, like, I was that sad about it. She wanted to do something to my head. And I was supposed to have this girl braid my hair for my prom in cornrows. And that's how I wanted to go, because I was wearing a tux. Like, why do you want to do my hair and I'm wearing a tux? And that was a stipulation. I said the only way I will go to prom is if I get to wear a tuxedo. So, I had to pay for it myself, but that's okay because I had a job. So, but the only way I was going to prom is if I wore tux. And that's where I went. But I've always been the way that I am now. It's just now I finally feel like I look the way that I've always felt. And a lot of people don't get that are, obviously, you're not going to get something that you're not a part of. So if you're not trans, you're not going to understand, like, how do you just feel like this? And how do you expect that? How do you expect people to just treat you as such because you feel that way? Listen, whatever you believe is what you believe. But one thing about me, you're going to respect me. And if you don't respect me, you're just going to have to move around. Like, I'm not going to stop being who I am because you feel a certain way about that. You know what I mean? Like, that don't even have nothing to do with you. So, how did I know? That's who I've always been. And I've always had girlfriends. I never had boyfriends. Never. It was so bad with me. I'm going to tell y'all, like, real shit. It was so bad with me. When all the girls in my grade started liking guys, I didn't have no guy to like, so I made one up. Like, I legit went this back when the internet was getting started real great. Everybody was starting to get cell phones and stuff. I went on Google, found the most normal looking guy, and said that this was my boyfriend. Like, that's how bad it was with me, because the shit was unnatural to me. When my sister and her friends would get together and start talking about boys, I would literally leave the room, like, cause that conversation clearly was not for me. And so it was so super weird for me to even be around the conversation. It kind of made me like sick. So I would just leave the room. I would stick around for any sexual conversation though, because I was trying to learn, like, what the hell the girls be talking about. But other than that, I was out of there. So trans wise, I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't know I was trans until I was in my 20s. And when I say 20s, I'm talking what year was it? 2016, 2015, 16, 2016. So I was 26, about to turn 26. And that's when I knew. I had been watching trans videos when back way when YouTube like was first getting started, like before they had ads and all of that other shit. Like you really had to search on YouTube type of stuff. That's how early on it was. And I would watch these videos, and I was in either late middle school or early high school at the time, and like 8th or 9th grade. And I remember the first trans guy I ever seen was his name was Jabari. He was a light skinned guy. And then the one that I actually started following the first trans guy I actually started following, I said, oh shit, like this is real. His name is Kamari, aka Lyrical, was what his whole tag thing was. And because when I clicked on it, I was like, that's a stud. And then as I watched longer, his video started to transition through his videos. I was like, oh shit, it's possible, you know. And I would keep it at the back of my mind, but I never thought I could do it because I knew who my parents were, like especially my dad. So I never thought it was possible. Now, granted, again, I told you I didn't start trying to transition until I was about to be 26, and so I did it as an adult. I don't know if I could have transitioned as a teenager. Which is probably good for me because mentally I probably wouldn't have been able to handle it. And when I say mentally, I don't think I would be able to handle it. For one, the hormone switches, that probably would have got to me. But more than anything, the way people think they can have an opinion on your life probably would have gotten to me because I wasn't as mentally stable as I am now. And I'm not even the most mentally stable now, but I understand things differently. And I understand things, I would say, better than I would have understood things back then. So I am grateful for the fact that I got to transition later on. But I also get sad about it because I feel like I would have never even had to go through puberty and I would have been fine. Because puberty for me was hell. Like I had so many embarrassing stories about, you know that thing, that red thing. And so I could have really skipped that whole thing. But I remember growing up, and when I'm talking about growing up, I couldn't have been more than 7. And I would say a prayer saying, because that's how I was raised to pray. I would say a prayer for 3 things in life. And by God, if he didn't let me down all 3 times, I would say a prayer. Please don't give me breast. Please make me taller than 5'7", which never happened. And please don't ever give me a period, which obviously I was let down 3 times. But everything happens for a reason. I think I would have never been able to mentally be ready for all of this to come. So I transitioned when I was able to transition, when I was ready to transition. But I'm telling you, as young as 7, I can remember saying stuff like that, and it probably would have been even. That's just as far back as my memory goes, because I don't have the best memory. But I've literally always been me, and never thought twice about it. I just didn't know there was a name for it, and then when I heard the name for it, I didn't like the name for it because it didn't sound. It sounded dirty, like it didn't sound right. It didn't sound like me, but it is what it is. And some days I'm a man, and some days I'm a trans man, but every day I'm K. You know what I'm saying? So, and every day I'm okay. And I'm gonna be okay. So, y'all already know this. Everybody's story is just so different, and a lot of people is like, "Oh, I did this," and like, whatever. Me, it was real simple. I just always been who I am. I always been into the stuff that I'm into. I probably, honestly, now I'll be probably viewed as gay because of the certain stuff. Like back then, I was more of a dude when I was younger than I am now. Like I'm a singing ass. Like I can watch a musical and don't be bothered by it. Rom-coms, don't be bothered by it. Sentimental shit, don't be bothered by it. But I'm not an emotional person. You know what I mean? Like, and I know that drives my wife crazy because she wants reactions out of me, and I got nothing. I'm so nonchalant, it kills her. It kills anybody that deals with me because I'm so nonchalant about everything. But that's just my attitude, and that's always been my attitude. I can't care too much, you know, and that's not something like, oh, I'm macho and I ain't gonna care about. No, I just literally I can't care too much. And that's not a good. I don't think that's a good thing. That's just something I gotta work on. Yeah, and dancing, I was always into dancing as a child, but the type of dancing I did was always like pop locking. I never did no twerking, booty shaking, none of that shit. Like, none, that was never me. Like, I've always been, I'm telling y'all, like, this is nothing new. So I'm pretty sure, like, when my family found out, because it wasn't like I'm gonna go around telling everybody type of deal. Like, that's not how it happened. For the people that are really close to me, it was a text message that was sent out. But for people that I don't even vibe with like that, you found out when you saw me or you talked to, you know what I mean? Like, isn't for what? Now my parents, I gave them, that type of respect to where that was a conversation, but it wasn't like a conversation that what you said was gonna make or break my decision. Like, I was gonna do what I was gonna do regardless, because again, when I was about to turn 26, I'm grown. There's nothing you could tell me, and none of y'all. I've been paying my own bills since 18, and so, well, further before that actually, but I didn't leave the house till I was 18, so that's when I was paying my bills, and that's when you couldn't tell me nothing because you don't provide for me any longer. That's what they say. The first thing a black, let me rephrase that because it's not true for everybody, but a lot of black households stuff, when as soon as you turn 18, they don't really want to care for you no how. So you keep that same energy when I'm making decisions like this about myself, because it don't have nothing to do with you. It's about me. But on a lighter note, yeah, y'all, I literally been like this. I used to draw facial hair on my face all the time. When I was in the Navy, this guy that I was on a boat with, we had a bunch of Velcro on in the desk and everything, and he cut me out a mustache. And in the nighttime, I would wear that mustache around the ship. I say the nighttime because they turn all the lights out and only have a red light on when you walk around the ship at night, and so nobody could really see you. So I would walk around like that at nighttime while I was standing my watch and stuff with this Velcro little mustache. I wish I still had the picture. I don't have those pictures anymore. A lot of stuff that my pre-transition, I got rid of a lot of that stuff because I don't like to look at it. I didn't hate myself, but I didn't love myself the way that I love myself now. And that's a big thing for people. Y'all can lose out on such a great person because of something you just don't agree with. If it's not for you, it's not for you. But you don't have to hate somebody because their version of life is different than yours. So I said that just because, like, there's a lot of great people out there, and a lot of great people are trans. I met the person that convinced me to go through with my transition was a great person. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't have anything bad to say about this individual. And I said to myself, if God can make such a if God can make such a good-hearted person, and they have to go through all of this, and He condemns them to hell, there's something wrong with God, because that ain't right. And that moment, I decided I was going to transition. And they would always ask me, Are you sure you're not trans? Are you sure you're not trans? Because everything that I'm telling y'all, everything that I've done in my life has lined up for me to be the way that I am, you know. And some people might say, you know, you didn't have to transition to be that person. Maybe I didn't, but I did, because it literally saved my life. So you can't sit there and tell somebody, you know, what they should and should not do with their body. If it's that much of a problem with you, don't have dealings with that person. It's not that deep. It's really not, guys. But anyway, yeah, so I tell y'all, like, I'm sharing stuff with y'all that I probably really never share with people or ever get too much in depth with, because sometimes I be feeling like people don't really care, or it's not even so much that they don't really care, but it's not, for me, it may not be impactful for them, so I say my breath. But you guys are my people, so I'm gonna start sharing stuff with y'all more often. Plus I know it makes people want to tune in if they, you know, get down into your life and stuff, because again, I always say social media wouldn't be a thing if people weren't nosy. It's weird. But I appreciate y'all checking in and tuning in. I should say, not checking in, because y'all ain't checking on shit. But I appreciate y'all tuning in to my videos, and this video especially. And I hope that y'all having a wonderful whenever you watch this. It's about to be the weekend, so I say a wonderful weekend. If you like this video, or if you want more videos like this, or whatever, you can just let me know in the comments. You can thumbs up my video. You can click the bell so you can get the notifications for my videos. I like to be a fun person. You know, I'm not the most fun person. My videos are not the most funny video. I'm not even trying to be no comedian. So I don't even expect y'all to be laughing for real. I'm just telling y'all about my experience, because maybe y'all shit got some. Maybe y'all got some shit like me, you know. So I'm going to keep making videos, and people watch my videos. They watch my videos and share my videos. They share them, whatever the case may be. But I'm making my videos for me, and I hope that y'all enjoy them, because I like for people to, you know, you get me, you know. So thank y'all for watching my video, and please subscribe, like, comment, and ring that bell, my babies. And I'll talk to y'all whenever I see y'all again. All right.